firmly believe that the body is meant to do way more than we kind of expect of it, or that I might think of now as like superhuman, or that would be a miracle if I could do that. And I think oxygen, water, like what will we be able to do in like 30 years that isn't even on our radar
Oh,
right
that's
now?
such a good point. Like if we look at Olympians from 100 years ago, the gold medalist, it would probably, like, people that are not making the Olympics might embarrass those athletes. So yeah, I think humans are barely scratching the surface of our potential, and that's fun. That's awesome to know. It's awesome to know that, yeah, there's been a lot's been done before, but all of us are unique individual expressions of the divine, and the limits are probably based on our imagination. And if we maybe stop looking at how other people are limited to decide our reality, and more like look within and make ourselves as powerful as possible by taking care of the basics first, I think we might find out the superhumans that we all are. So I like this topic we're alluding to here.
Yeah. Like, what's your 4-minute mile? What are you going to break through?
What's your 4-minute mile? Exactly. And I think a big part of this comes to another theme of the mastermind, which was, rather than comparing ourselves to each other, to compare ourselves to ourselves.
Yeah.
Comparing ourselves to ourselves yesterday or last week or last month, making that the metrics of comparison, rather, because just as a fish comparing itself to a bird would be crazy, maybe a Daniel comparing itself to Amanda would be crazy, and it might be more aligned for us both to just make sure that we're improving ourselves in the best way possible.
So once the basics are taken care of, what do you feel is like the next step?
Like, rather than even looking for something new, what about pushing those farther? So the water, like for instance, I'm a big believer in putting myself in extreme environmental conditions on purpose, so I'm more prepared for the unknown future. So like, I'm healthy and strong and well, and I have a lot going for me, and I might as well see what I'm made of. So I like start my morning most mornings by getting in a freezer full of water. On the breath holds, I've started to be able to hold my breath for over 4 minutes pretty consistently. So like, that's like, wow, it's a good sign. And that's why I like to make objective measurements. So why not if I can see if I can hold my breath for 6 minutes? I wonder what that would be like, to hold my breath for 6 minutes.
Right. And that's like pretty much exactly like, and some people might call that superhuman, right? That's pretty much exactly what we were just talking about.
Yeah, because I think that those are just so easy to measure. Like, maybe I'll be able to swim. Who knows? I'll find new ways to push it. Like, push it with my breath, push it with my body, push it with the cold, push it with the heat. And it seems like the more I do that, it just carries over to everything. I think how we do some things or how we do everything. So if I can find something that I love doing, that I'm good at, that comes natural to me, and that it's fun to keep excelling and evolving with that, it seems like everything evolves.
Exactly. I was just going to say, the thing we're not saying, we're talking about the physical, but the thing we're not saying is this sort of method, like, kind of just filters over into every other part of life.
Mm-hmm. Let me see how much Davina's doing. Yeah. Oh, man, great talk. I'm excited to get to know you more and more, Amanda. You want to say hi to Davina? Hello, Davina. Is you ready to go?
You too. Let's see her. Let's see her.
Oh, she's